Welcome, everybody, and welcome to the healthiest day of the week. It's Tuesday, and thanks for joining us. We do a health huddle every Tuesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Short and sweet, nothing big, but we practice a lot of habits, which is, one, being in community with people that are also working their health forward. And we talk about creating optimal health, and optimal health is not about being perfect. It's not about being crazy, although we are a little bit crazy, just from time to time, but it's about taking steps forward in our health and just are we moving forward each and every single day. And so we pick a topic each week. We keep it short and sweet. And this one is actually going to be about a simple topic. And it's a topic of hydration. One of the most important things. Yeah, I see people holding up some water, drinking water. It's good for you. Drink it down. It's like the most abundant resource on earth. It's there. It's good. It's good for your body. So I'm actually going to turn it over tonight. A good friend of mine, certified health coach Dan Rawmakers, is going to tell us something that's always around us, but maybe we don't think about very often. It's the importance of water and the role it plays in our body and some tips for it. And so a little bit of a heads up. So before I turn it over to him, feel free to just chime in the chat, anything that you like, you bring forth from this evening, anything that's helped you on this part of your program or just, that has helped you get more water in. And if you want to share at the end, because I was not a big water drinker when I started this, I live in Portland, Oregon, where it's not very hot, so no one really stresses the importance of drinking water. So learning to drink water was a habit that took me a while to learn and get good at. So I'm going to turn it over to Dan Rawmaker. He's going to drop some water knowledge on you.
I love it. It's water time. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So one of the most abundant resources and one of, really 55 to 60% of our body is consists of water. So why is water so important? Well, especially with weight loss, but in general, you think about what water does and how it removes waste in our bodies. And the beautiful thing, to get a little nerdy with weight losses, is actually we rid ourselves of a lot of unhealthy stuff that we've accumulated over the years, be it fast food or preservatives and a lot of those things. Water kind of replaces those lost glycogen stores as we lose weight. So kind of some cool stuff there. Nobody wants to carry around some extra waste in our body. So water also helps to regulate body temperature. Here in Arizona, water is kind of crucial because we sweat most of it out. But then, it also helps to regulate blood pressure and our blood volume. So our heart rate and our blood pressure, kind of important thing. And then, of course, it helps us to maintain a healthy metabolism, helps us to keep moving forward. And the beautiful thing about getting that fat burn, if you're in that weight loss phase of our program, is that metabolism and that energy is a beautiful thing. So we all can use a little more of that. And so, there's a really important tip as well, something that I wanted to touch on real quick with water, because, oftentimes, actually this comes right out of Dr. A's Habits of Health. And so sometimes when we think we're hungry, it's really a sign that our body is craving water. And it's interesting to see how many of us are kind of sitting around, at least our old selves, are sitting around a little bit dehydrated and verging on sometimes more extremely hydrated. If you get those, anxious and dizzy and a lot of like frustration and hunger pains, things like that, maybe check your water. The Discover Your Optimal Health states that 30%, a lot of research shows that 30% of the time, thirst is disguised as hunger. So next time you get that hunger pain, maybe try grabbing a glass of cold water, taking it down 8 ounces and waiting about 15 minutes. And if you're still hungry after that, then you might be hungry. But, again, 30% of the time, we're not going to be hungry. So that's kind of a cool tip idea there as we go throughout our days. And so, really, again, there's not a whole lot to talk about water other than that and the beauty of what it does in regulating our body, and draw some waterfalls for us, if you will. But really, when in doubt, grab a big old glass of water and drink it down. And so, to kind of end of that, I really love to hear some creative ways that each of us hydrate ourselves. I've heard a lot of cool things, and I've done cool things in my day. But wanted to open it up for some discussion there and things that you guys do to ensure that you get the water in your day, and maybe fun ways to also mix it up a little bit, so that I know some people that maybe came from a background of not really in the habit of drinking a lot of water. So maybe some things that you did to get that into that habit. So if you would, just go ahead. Let me stop share real quick. Before I do that, I'm going to show some secrets of mine. But go ahead and unmute yourself, and let's hear what you have to say. Somebody's got to have some cool ideas. I'm going to grab a sip of water myself.
I think someone unmuted themselves. If you're there, feel free to share your water tip.
Hi, my name's Julie.
Hey, Julie.
The water tip that I would have that works for me is I went and bought a cheap water bottle that it's 30 ounces, and I just keep it full of ice and water and just carry it with me everywhere. It's got a little handle on it. To me, it's just like when I carry my purse. If I grab it before I grab my purse now. It's just such a habit.
Oh, I love it.
I love it. Always having it with you, carrying it around. You said it's 30 ounces?
Yeah, I think it's 30 ounces, and I drink about 5 of them a day.
Perfect. Easy way to track it, too.
That was one of my
Absolutely.
tips. That was one of the things that helped me in the beginning, is getting a big water bottle. And like that, I got a 33 ouncer. It's like, for those that want to do easy math, that's 100 ounces of water a day. So on plan, if you're in the weight loss phase and just any general time, it's good to get about 100 ounces of water a day. Another quick reference is about half your body weight in ounces a day is another quick reference that people suggest. So that's a good one. Just all you have to do is drink is 3, and you're golden. And anything above that's a bonus.
Exactly.
Awesome. Who else wants to share a tip that they have?
I'll share. It's Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Brad. So 2 things that I did, because I never drank water before. I was a total Diet Coke addict, so that was a little tough for me. But one thing is I found that I didn't really like the water bottles, so I started buying bottled water. And I number them 1 through 6 at the beginning of the day. And at the end of the day, all 6 have to be gone. And to help me do that, I just started drinking 1 bottle with every meal that I had. So that was kind of helpful. And the other thing is I keep a case of water in my car. Are you there?
Yeah, you're there. Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
So I keep a case of water in my car, and it works really well in the wintertime because I'm in Bend and it's cold over here. So I always have ice cold water to drink.
Oh,
So a couple
like
things that helped me out.
what's funny is I just started doing the same thing. I just bought because they're like, what, $3 to get a pack? You just throw them in the back of your car. I mean, how many times have you been driving around wishing you had water, not have the ability to stop, and you just have to reach in the back seat and it's there.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Awesome. That's a great tip. I love it. Who else has a good tip on getting their water in?
So Brad, can I share?
Yeah, go for it, please, Candy. You're always making people sweat, so I'm sure you have some good hydration tips for people.
Oh my gosh. So I can do that, but I'm one of the worst people to get my water in. So I teach it, but then I am not a very good advocate myself. So a couple things that I have to do. I just truly don't like the taste of plain water. So I am a big user of our flavor infusers that we have. If I don't have those, what I love to do is I love to put fresh mint, cucumber, and lemon in my water too. And I'll get my 80 to 100 ounces in. So that really helps me. Also, one thing that's very helpful is, believe it or not, I have health coaches that are like, especially Cindy Wood, if she's on the line, I'm not sure, but she's like, Candy, are you drinking your water today? How many ounces have you gotten in? So I seriously have people looking out for me and helping me and guiding me in that direction. And I feel a huge difference when I don't get my water in. So any way to flavor your water without additional calories is huge if you don't like the taste of plain water. So.
Oh, I love that. I love that tip. And that was actually going to be mine, but I was going to wait to see if someone else had that same tip. I I like things to be fun if you haven't noticed. And so plain water is not always my favorite. So I do keep this is just a mug that I keep around. So I try to keep this near me all the time. So you always have something reminding you, oh, wait, is that not empty? Oh, it should be. Or, oh, it's empty. I should fill it up. Like, we talked about getting the tip in. I love cucumber water. It's so good. If you haven't tried that yet, it's amazing. Just little things to spruce it up. Lemon, lime, and I am a huge fan of the infuser as well. It's great. If you guys haven't tried it yet, we just have a squeeze infuser. You can add it to your water. They have it in energy and non-energy, which I'm a new dad, so sleep isn't really like happening for me as much. So I do the energy one more often than not. And the last thing too is just a tip here is I'm sure you guys have noticed I can tell when I'm hydrated well and not hydrated well. So just getting ready, and if you haven't, or if you're in the process of getting healthy, or you just getting water in as a good thing that you're trying for the first time or being cognizant of, is pay attention to how it makes you feel when you're well hydrated and not well hydrated. You'll start to pick it up, and you'll start to be able to tell when something's off, rather than just looking at your water and having that reminder. So let's finish it up with one more. Dan gave us some really good tips, and I love his pictures. Every time I'm thirsty, I'm going to be thinking about the monkey getting the hose of water all over him. Who else has one last tip on water? Oh, Megan's going to bring us home tonight.
When I'm working a full day and I need to make sure I have my water, I prep my water first thing in the morning. I have these water bottles that hold 32 ounces, and I make up 4 of these. And I take them with me, and I don't stop drinking until they're all empty. And I already had 80 ounces by noon today.
Oh, man, you got me beat today. That's a really good tip. And the other thing I really love, too, if you have a water bottle, it's kind of like I won't go into the details of the movie, but Office Space, you have Flair. And for those that have seen the movie, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You can get the water bottles and maybe write some personal messages on it. Like, are you eating every 2 hours? Hey, did you get your exercise in? So not only you can turn your water and the tool you use to get your water in to something that helps you create a habit. So I think that's pretty much it. I was thinking about what would be a good topic this week, and I'm like, it is hot in Portland, Oregon. It's way hotter than it normally is. So let's talk about staying hydrated and the importance of it. Dan, you talked about toxins and flushing out toxins. That's why it's super important. So water, it's simple, it's easy, it's good for you, it's free, drink it up. It's good for you. So with that being said, thanks for all the tips today, everybody. It's good to see your smiling faces. Have a good tall glass of ice water, and have a great day. So thanks for joining in, and thanks for everyone who shared.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Dan, for sharing. That was awesome.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.